Hello, everyone. Sorry, it's my favorite song. For one of. That's Omema by Chandler Moore. Hello, everyone. Dr. Olabintan here. We'll be talking about bread today. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Feels like it's already even longer than it is, but we're here. I'm excited to be here. Welcome, 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 welcome. We're talking bread. I don't know how many of you are actually bread lovers like me. Love bread. Can't hide it. Love bread. Love bread. Love bread. I believe that bread is one of God's edible proof of His love. All right. It says, "Who taste and see that the Lord is good." And so, food, I believe, is one of God's edible proofs of His love. And so, today we're going to talk about bread. Now, how many of you, if you're watching live, #live, you're watching replay, #replay, how many of you have gone to the grocery store? You gone walk down the bread aisle, they're like, oh my gosh, there's so many breads to pick from. You have the whole wheat, you have the white bread, you have multigrain, you have sourdough, you have Ezekiel, you have the keto bread, you have the gluten-free bread. So many breads or types of bread. That's the right word. And so I decided to come here and talk live. I actually had a few clients of mine say, Doc, talk about bread, eating healthy and picking, good carbs. And can you talk to us about bread? And I said, so I'm going to talk to you about the different types of bread. I'm going to break it down as much as I can. And we're going to talk about a special kind of bread. I consider the bread of life itself as written in the Word of God. But we'll talk about that towards the end. So why does bread matter? Why does bread matter? I'll be honest with you. I believe bread is part of culture from time immemorial. It's a staple food across cultures, across history. Like bread has been before time. Before I existed, there was bread. After I exist, there will be bread. I believe bread is like, it's like, I mean, it's bread is. You're right. So bread is a gift, but we got to pick the right bread that fits our body, right? That fits our health conditions, that fits us uniquely. So carbs are key. I know they're talking about people, no carb diets. I don't believe that it's sustainable to have no carbs. I think it's important to have carbs, but we got to pick the right kind. All carbs are not easy. And so we're going to talk about the different kinds. So I'm going to present some. I had to buy quite a bit of bread. I did try to pick the healthy one because we're going to eat it. Well, my choices are a little skewed, but we're going to talk about the pros and cons of different types of bread. So if you know, let's say sugars are high, or you need help with being able to go back to the pool, then you want to pick the bread that works for you. So how many of you, can you share in the comment what kind of breads you tend to like to eat? So go ahead and drop in the comment what kind of breads. I'll be honest with you, I do whole wheat bread, but if I didn't have to worry about health, I pick the Hawaiian roll. Right here. I'm trying not to show brands, but the Hawaiian rolls, you can see part of it is missing. It was me. We haven't had this in years, this year and a half, but I bought it and I tasted homemade sour. Oh wow, sourdough, good for you. Wow. So you can see part of it is missing. That was me. I'm hoping my kids don't watch it because they didn't notice. So I ate the three because I love them. But this is usually what I like to indulge in, if I'm being honest with you. But tell me what kind of breads, what else? Thank you, Sandy, for commenting. Homemade sourdough. What other breads? For my fellow Nigerians, this will be from Ghana, agege bread. It's a bread that's very, flour taste. I mean, when it's baked, it smells so good. So okay, I'm still waiting for comments. I only have Sandy. I know there are people watching. So tell me, what kind of breads do you tend to lean towards when you go shopping? Because there's so many breads, so different types of bread is going to fit. Before I start talking about the pros and cons. All right, so while I'm waiting, I'll go ahead. So number one, white bread. I'll be honest with you, I didn't buy white bread. I did not buy white bread. But I'll say the closest thing I have to that is this bagel. All right. So it's plain bagel. So white bread is usually refined. What does that mean? It means most of the fiber is plucked out. So white bread, most of the fiber is plucked out. So most of it, oh, thank you, Sam. Whole grain wheat. Very good, Joe. And Sam, okay, thank you, sir. Whole wheat bread is your favorite. I love that. So white bread is refined, it's quick, it's a quick sugar spike. So it makes your sugar go up quickly. That's why the refinement of it is not good. High fiber bread makes your sugar go like this. White bread makes it go. So that's what you want to avoid. Then there's whole wheat bread. Now, not all whole wheat bread is created. All wheat bread is created equal. You're going to see the difference between wheat bread and whole wheat bread. This is a big tricky one. You want to avoid just the regular wheat bread. You want to look for whole wheat bread. Let me tell you the difference. With wheat bread, usually that's enriched wheat flour, meaning they've plucked out 99% of the fiber. But by law, they can't say whole wheat. So what they do is they put wheat flour, enriched wheat flour. What they mean by enrichment is that they remove the fiber and put things that make it taste good. So high corn syrup, but because there's like 0.1% of wheat in it, they can claim that it's enriched flour. Big difference. Whole wheat bread, ding ding ding, wheat flour, enriched wheat flour, no. So that's a big defining. You're defining wheat bread. If it's not saying whole wheat bread, then the whole wheat is not in it. All right. So be careful. So now we watch this video, and so you know that they can't trick you anymore. And you see the price difference a little bit. So when they're on sale, whole wheat bread, you want to get that. So whole wheat bread is fiber rich. It has better nutrients. It helps with being regular. It helps feed your gut with good bacteria that help with digestion. Okay. There's also multigrain bread. This one is also tricky. Let me see. Okay. So this says, we're trying to post the bread, 100% whole wheat. This is good. You see, no high corn, no high fructose corn syrup. So this is 100%. When you see the 100% whole wheat, this is good. And when you look at the ingredients, you will look really close. I'm going to zoom this way. It says whole wheat flour. Whole wheat. You want to look for the whole wheat. Look at me. Yeah, there we go. Whole wheat flour. That's your ding. You want that. That's one. Number two, if you look and see the amount of fiber. Where's my finger? Oh, there we go. Oh, boy. So you want to also go for the fiber. Fiber this way. Yes. See a fiber here? At least 2 to 3 grams of fiber per slice. Fiber. You want fiber. It doesn't have much fiber, not worth it. Okay? 2 to 3 grams. And look, added sugar. This one has 1 gram. Some have 5 to 4. So 5 grams of added sugar is 1 teaspoon of sugar. Just added to 1 slice of bread. So you want this to be as low as possible. The other thing that's good about this is the fact that it has 0 saturated fat. See, fat, 0. So this is good. And look at how many calories in 1 slice. So 1 slice has 2 grams of fiber, good. Less than about 1 gram of sugar, and 1 is added, low, which is good. And then protein is 3 grams, okay? And when you look at the ingredients really closely, this way, you see the whole wheat flour. Whole wheat flour. It's a big deal. All right, very good. Then multigrain bread. That can be tricky, but you want to look again for the whole wheat bread. So this one, I'm going to try to remove the logo. Whole wheat bread. 100% whole wheat. You want to make sure that, okay, you see logo. 100% whole wheat. Look how many grams of fiber, 6 grams per 2 slices. So this is high in fiber. And it's actually tasty. It's not bad, right? All right. So this has, if you look here, it has 3 grams of fiber, which is good, right? Now, the downside of this one, when you look, you see it has added sugar, 4 grams. So in 1 slice, they have almost 1 gram of sugar. So you want to be careful about this one, especially if you're diabetic. The best bread for diabetics is sourdough. Sourdough bread, all right, is ideal because it's fermented, it's easier to digest, and it has lower glycemic index, meaning it doesn't shoot your sugars up. LaRonda, yes, the name's killer bread. The name is a little scary, but yes, it's good bread. So we talked about white bread. It's refined, quick sugar, spice, less fiber. No, whole wheat bread is better, but you want to make sure it's whole wheat bread, not enriched wheat or enriched wheat flour. And then multigrain bread, you want to make sure it's 100% whole wheat. And by law, they have to put that there. Sourdough is the next one. Fermented. It's easier to digest, easier on your stomach, and it lowers glycemic index. So that's good. Gluten-free breads, they have their place for those who are gluten sensitive, but you have to be very careful. Watch for processing. The same laws apply. All right. Make sure it's not enriched. When it's enriched, it's not enriched with wisdom. You want the whole grain in there. And then Ezekiel bread. This one has sprouted grains. It has protein. It has fiber. It has no added sugar. And the name comes from the Bible, Ezekiel 4:9, where God instructed Ezekiel on a specific type of grains he needed to eat for strength. So it's actually a very good bread, very high in fiber, and no added sugar. So really, really good. Also, I would say for diabetics as well. All right. So when you're reading the label, read iron roll. Don't judge me. These are delicious. These are delicious. When you're looking for the bread, go to the aisle. What bread to pick? First, you look at the checklist quickly. If it's too long, you already know you're looking for trouble. You see this? All this right here? It's long. It's long. It says enriched flour. So you already know it's not the real deal. It has thiamine mononitrate. It has water. It has sugar. It has butter. It has eggs, and it contains each of the following: sodium silicoaluminate, potato flour, yeast, sorbitan monostearate, ascorbic acid, whey, corn flour. Remember, flour is usually removed. The fiber is removed, and so when you remove the fiber, it's just processed, so it shoots your sugar up. Monocalcium phosphate, soy flour, sodium sterol, lactylate. Okay, this is not food. Yeah, so it's delicious, but it's not food. So when you go to the aisle and you pick up the bread, first take a quick look at the label. Is the first ingredient 100% whole grain or whole wheat flour? If it is, yes, at least most of it. Is there at least 2 to 3 grams of fiber per slice? Then yes. And then watch out for added sugars and long ingredient list. When it's too long, then you know that it's processed. And so you want to avoid the enriched flour. You want to go for short, clean ingredient list. You want to look for the keyword whole wheat, 100% whole wheat. Okay, so what are your health goals? Let that guide you. You want to lose weight? I wouldn't do the enriched flour because the carbs are when you eat a lot of carbs, over time they convert essentially, they have to be stored and they be stored as fat. You don't burn them. And it's pro-inflammatory. Okay, so it makes things stick to the blood vessels around the wall of the blood vessels around the heart, and that increases the heart attacks and stroke. So this is not to scare you, this is to encourage you. When you go, you know your health conditions, you know the things that you're working through. You want to adjust your bread to show that you're trying to eat your way to better health. So as a diabetic, you eat bread, yes, with the right kind of bread. So we talked about Ezekiel or sourdough bread for blood sugar. We talked about sprouted whole wheat bread for fiber. For those who are looking to, less gassy to feel better in your gut, those are very important. And then whole grain alternatives for gluten-free for those who are sensitive. So that's how you pick your bread. And one of the things I always encourage people with is even if I would say go Hawaii roll, but I mean, see me struggling here. Like, I mean, someone's gonna have to eat. You're not gonna have it both ways, right? So, well, maybe I'll not eat as much as I did the first time I saw it. Maybe take one and put, with avocado. Avocado is a good spread, right? Or maybe add good quality protein to it. But when you're going to buy bread, go with these information in mind. The bread is best for you. And as you eat the ones that have more fiber, you will notice that you get fuller quicker. Get fuller to satisfy the fiber fills your stomach. Yes. So, for all my bread lovers out there, we have options. Let's pick the right bread, the bread that work for you. Now, I've talked about the physical bread, but I want to go. Oh, do I have? Let me see. Oh, I actually have it. Dave Laronga. I have it. Dave's Killer Bread. Let's look at this real quick. So this has organic. Look really close. It has organic whole wheat bread. So it's organic and it's whole wheat. It has protein 4 grams. It also has 3 grams of sugar of fiber per one slice. It has added sugar, but I want to look and see what type of sugar. It has cane sugar, organic cane sugar. So it does have sugar in it. 2 grams added. It has flax seeds. It has organic sunflower seeds. It has organic tricolor quinoa. This is highly fibrous, highly proteinous as well. So this is actually okay for diabetics because the way it releases the carbs is in like a steady state, not in shooting it off this way. So it's good. Now, I'll be honest with you, as you go down the aisle, you will notice that the better breads are more expensive. So whenever they're on sale, you have a coupon, you go into Kroger, you go into Walmart, you have a go ahead and bulk buy and put them in the freezer. Okay? And use your food to help you better. That's why we're having this conversation. And of course, I want to end with a spiritual parallel. Jesus is the bread of life. Ha ha ha. John 6:35, Jesus said, I'm the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will not go hungry. Whoever believes in me will never go thirsty. And the truth is, bread is known to sustain, the body, right? And just as bread sustains the body, Jesus sustains the soul. Physical bread is good for the physical. But I gotta say, I can't go share this, this with you because one of the things that I always talk about is I love to help people get well, spirit, soul, and body. So we talked about the body, and the truth is, as you eat better, you feel better too. Your soul, your mindsets, like even how you think and how you feel and how you emote is affected by how you eat. When you eat heavy, you feel more tired, and that feeds emotional slumps. Okay, and so eating well will also help you emotionally. But I want to say there's also something you said about well spirit. Hearing the words from our Lord and Savior Christ that reminds us that we don't life alone. I was listening to a message yesterday, and I got to tell you, I was like, I was reminded that in life there will be challenges. I think that's a guarantee. There's some challenges we face. That's life. But one of the things that Jesus promised us is that we won't face those challenges alone. And so I was reminded that facing challenges, and I'm reminding you as well, doesn't mean that you're not loved, that you're not, God has forgotten about you, or that, God doesn't hear or see you. Challenges are part of human experience. I don't like it, but that's just consequence of sin. But Jesus has come to make life easier for us on this side of eternity. Not necessarily easy, but easy. We partner with Him. All right, so I want to introduce you. Feed your body wisely, but more important, feed your spirit with the bread of life. I've introduced the Bible to you on this platform. I would say, look on the Bible, start book of John. John does a very good job introducing Jesus, who he was or who he is, and how he was when he walked on earth. And so, as we talk about all the bread, Asian grain, I didn't share about this one. It's actually one of my favorite ones to eat a lot in the house. This whole week. As we talk about the bread that feeds the stomach, I want to encourage you to taste the bread that feeds you. Yes, and having a relationship with Jesus is not rocket science, but it requires faith. Simple. You believe with your heart and confess with your mouth. You will be. That's it. And so there we have it. Bread for the body and the soul, and bread for the spirit. Please drop your questions as we're about to wrap up. I hope this has been very informative and very helpful. I'll be honest with you, the struggle is real when it comes to picking bread. I did not bring what we call a.k.a. bread. It's a type of Nigerian bread that I grew up around. The Hawaii. I'll be honest with you, the Hawaiian roll. Um, um, the Hawaiian roll is reminds me of the bread, and so sometimes I think it's the the holiness of the bread that gets me distracted. But I want to encourage you to make better choices, learn about the bread, share this with your bread this, share this with your family members who could benefit from this conversation. We can't eat bread if it's the right time. All right, I'm going to hang out a little bit for questions on bread. Let's bring up the questions you have bread. Any one of the breads I talked about, physical bread, spiritual bread. If you have any questions, let me know. I got a lot of bread to eat. um, so I have a lot of snacks. We need straightforward bread. We can call it something different. There's a good bread. This we can call it something different. Wonder bread, bruise, health, better bread. Their bread and killer bread sound a little similar. So a lot of bread. So all right. If you don't have any questions, let me know, by the way. Those of you who've been watching, are there other topics you want me to come up with? Questions you want me to answer? The truth is, I'm here most Tuesdays talking ways to help you live long and well. I'll be happy to come talk about this. As long as you make a decision, keep the conversation to yourself, and you take care of this silhouette, this body that God. But as always, I have enjoyed myself. Um, I've enjoyed myself having a conversation with you. I'm going to also go listen to my own advice. You try to. And so I look forward to hearing you all and coming to see me or on your post saying, hey, Doc, I went to the bread aisle and I knew which bread I was looking for. So virtual high tens to you all. Thank you for watching. Until I see you in the next live, have a good one. Bread, you feel it. All right. Have a good one.